Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boy, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy.
Hold me back.
Floyd Mayweather has issued a warning to Canelo Alvarez after seeing him train and spar with Terence Crawford in the gym.
Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. I never looked at him like, man.
Terence Crawford and his team invited boxing legend Floyd Mayweather to their training camp to help them get ready for the big fight on September 12th. Mayweather wasn't just there to spar with Crawford, he also observed his training sessions, gave advice, and worked closely with him to sharpen his skills. The goal? To boost Crawford's chances of winning when he steps into the ring this September. In footage shared on social media, Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford were first seen talking by the ring, with Crawford and his trainers listening closely to Mayweather's advice. Later, they stepped into the ring, where Mayweather guided Crawford on key aspects like defense, stance, footwork, and overall movement. When they began sparring, Crawford started strong, throwing punches rapidly and managing to break through Mayweather's defense at times. But as the session went on, Crawford shifted gears. He stopped throwing as much and moved to the back foot, focusing more on defending against Mayweather's attacks. After the session, Floyd Mayweather was asked what he thought of Crawford's performance. He praised him, saying, "Crawford is an incredible fighter, one of the best of his generation. He reminds me of myself and some of the top opponents I've faced. I respect his hunger and drive. He's focused on building a great legacy in boxing."
Take Floyd Mayweather in his absolute prime, and I take Manny Pacquiao in his absolute prime.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd still beats him.
Floyd beat everybody.
You don't believe there's a guy at 140, 147 in the history of boxing that could have beat Floyd in his prime?
It'd be tough. Floyd, man, that boy, man, that's the GOAT, man. That boy bad.
What makes it, I mean, what, because, and I told people to say, look at Floyd. I said, Floyd, it's not that he trains, I mean, it's his life. And from the very beginning, he's like, I want to be the best.
Mayweather was also asked if he believed Crawford has what it takes to beat Canelo Alvarez. He answered confidently, saying, "I've always said Canelo is a great fighter, but he has weaknesses, whether he's 23 or 35. Crawford's style is built to take advantage of those weak spots." Referring to Canelo's last fight, Mayweather added, "You saw how average he looked. When it came to picking a winner, he didn't hesitate. Crawford, for sure. He's got the tools, and he already knows the secrets to winning."
When I fought Canelo, I was 36, and Canelo was 23, around the same age. Some of these guys won world titles and was undisputed champion. I think, the Tank age, the young little champions. Mm-hmm. Canelo was 23 with 43 fights and 30 knockouts.
The footage of Terence Crawford training with Floyd Mayweather created a major buzz online. Fans were excited to see two boxing legends working together, especially since Crawford had a similar moment with Andre Ward not long ago. One fan commented, "It's great to see Crawford and Floyd training together. I'm proud of Crawford, he's making all the right moves, and I hope he wins on fight night. Canelo's not ready for what Crawford's bringing." Another fan added, "That ring is overflowing with greatness. If this is any hint of a real fight, I think Crawford takes it." A third chimed in, "Crawford should keep listening to Floyd to beat Canelo. He should also take advice from Bivol, those guys know something most don't. It's probably their footwork and style. Crawford just needs to put it all together."
And the world said he was inexperienced. I was 36 with 40-something fights. And to tell you the truth, I was over the hill. And so when I fight guys, when I'm in my 30s, and they're in their 30s, you know what they say? Or this guy all washed up.
Another fan shared, "I like that the right people in boxing are backing Terence Crawford. I think he'll get the job done, probably by decision. Big thanks to Floyd Mayweather." Mayweather, of course, faced Canelo Alvarez back in September 2013 in a WBC and WBA light middleweight title fight. It was the 45th bout of Mayweather's legendary career, and Canelo, still young at the time, was facing his biggest challenge yet. Many thought it would be a tough fight for Mayweather, but it turned out to be one-sided. Mayweather won by decision, even though the official scorecards made it seem closer than most fans believed it really was.
Floyd, what'd you think of Canelo's performance against Billy Joe Saunders?
I didn't even see it. What do you fight on the app? You said he fight on the app now, right?
Yeah.
Well, real fighters fight on Showtime.
The more his legacy grows, the more...
Mayweather dominated the entire fight, using his experience and ring IQ to clearly outclass Canelo over 12 rounds. Despite that, the bout ended in a majority decision, with Judge C.J. Ross controversially scoring it 114-114, a decision that left many, including Mayweather himself, stunned. Speaking to Fight Hype, the 47-year-old didn't hold back when reflecting on Canelo's performance. When asked how the fight went, he summed it up in just 3 words: he was nothing. Mayweather went on to say, "Let me be honest about Canelo, he was easy. It was a cakewalk. Everyone keeps hyping him up, but I was nearly 40 years old and still handled him with no problem."
It's really that they don't want. It's not that they don't want to see Tank win because they feel like it's beating me because I dominated the fight game for so long. But these same writers are out here. They praise Canelo. He can pick and choose who he want to fight.
Would you agree with that?
Canelo?
Right.
Oh, that's the easy one.
We're going to try and get...
You know, a lot of times guys be like, "Well, I'm bigger. I got a longer reach. I'm a better fighter."
Mayweather retired a few years after their fight, but more than a decade later, Canelo Alvarez remains one of boxing's biggest stars. Since his first loss to Mayweather, Canelo has gone on to win 15 straight fights, collecting world titles in the middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight divisions. He also became the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. Now, he's reportedly set for another major showdown, this time against fellow pound-for-pound star Terence Crawford. While the fight hasn't been officially announced, many believe it's already agreed for later this year. However, some are questioning whether the weight jump from 154 to 168 pounds could be too much for Crawford, who's only fought once in the super welterweight division.
It's really that they don't want. It's not that they don't want to see Tank win because they feel like it's beating me because I dominated the fight game for so long. But these same writers are out here. They praise Canelo. He can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell you,
because Canelo is naturally a bigger man than Crawford, many believe the fight could end in a big knockout win for the Mexican, similar to what happened when he faced Amir Khan, who also moved up 2 weight classes. With that in mind, Mayweather shared his thoughts on Canelo's power after their fight. When asked if it worried him going into the bout, Mayweather said, "Not at all." He added, "In the ring, it was nothing new. It wasn't anything I hadn't felt before after being in the sport for over 20 years.
Which fight was more difficult between Mayweather or Bivol, and why?
I think both are similar. Just Bivol is bigger, so I think Bivol.
Mayweather's remarks could boost Crawford's confidence, especially since Canelo hasn't stopped any of his last 5 opponents. The 34-year-old from Guadalajara, Mexico, currently holds the unified WBC, WBA, and WBO titles at 168 pounds. He's expected to defend those belts later this year against fellow pound-for-pound star Terence "Bud" Crawford in what could become one of boxing's biggest matchups. Aside from his loss to Mayweather, Canelo's only other defeat came in 2022, when he was soundly beaten by former WBA light heavyweight champ Dimitri Bivol.
Canelo did what he had to do to get the victory.
What do you want next? It seems like that's going to be the fight. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, the biggest fight in boxing.
Well, Canelo's the face of boxing. He's the best fighter for Terence Crawford out there. He's the biggest fight for Terence Crawford out there. So that's why Terence Crawford want to take the opportunity to share a ring with another great.
How do you beat him?
You'll see.
It's been nearly 12 years since Canelo Alvarez faced his first career loss against the legendary Floyd Mayweather Jr. At just 23 years old, Canelo got the chance to fight one of boxing's biggest pound-for-pound stars. The money and opportunity were too good to pass up. But, with less experience at the highest level, Alvarez came up short in that big fight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas back in September 2013.
Everyone's talking about the weight differences. What's your kind of response to that, Terence?
That's why we fight the fight. So September 12th, we all going to see if the weight going to make a difference or not.
Do you want to fight him twice and then retire? Is that kind of the ideal thing for you?
One fight at a time, one fight at a time.
What did you make of, I know you didn't say much on tonight, the effectiveness of William Small? He came to go to decision as opposed to win the fight. Do you agree with that?